Happy Valentine's Day. Whether you're spending your 14th snuggling between a warm blanket and a warm hubby, or you're standing outside, cold, alone. Technically around people, yes, but still, alone. Wondering whether all the dozens of chances you've had to fall in love failed because you adhere to some absurd cosmic principle to find your one true match, or because you're just broken in a way that keeps anyone from ever wanting to spend more than a single evening with you. And you can feel the years of your youth chipping away, and you wonder whether they're revealing some new adult underneath, or that's just how it works, with pieces of you falling off until there's nothing left. Or whatever your Valentine's plans are, you'll love the LDS romance classic, Charly by Jack Weyland. Weyland is a legendary LDS figure, both in popular opinion and literary circles, with the sort of renown that makes him an easy choice when compiling a list of notable LDS authors. Since he released Charly, it's been made into a series of moving pictures, not unlike this very book review, and Weyland has continued his writing career with dozens more romance tales. His 2010 book, It All Started with Autumn Jones, is a story about two struggling college students who find themselves on the bad side of a professor who, in the first chapter, yells at his class that people who believe in God are idiots, and the hero gets up and confronts him, and after a minute of arguing announces the whole scene will make great content for a Bill O'Reilly segment, and that's where I stopped reading, but I'm sure the rest is very good. Unlike every other novel I've done for this review, Charly is an important work with noteworthy themes, so for this month's video, I'll dial down the sass for a bit to make a slightly more serious commentary on the parts that make it so important to the LDS literature community. Not to worry, longtime fans, more toxicity next month. Charly is a novel set in the present year, 1980, and it focuses on the love story between Sam Roberts and the titular Charly. Charly is an incredible specimen of a girl, beautiful, raised in glamorous New York by a rich family, and infected with a perpetual curiosity to learn about people and the world around her. Sam Roberts, less so. He's an engineer, just like the author, and you can really see the engineer mindset shine through to the page, if shine is the right word for it. Sam is a man of rigid principles, stern logical paths, and rarely misses his beat to be awkward, annoying, or generally miss the point of what's going on. Honestly, it's a bit of a mystery why Charly likes him, but I guess that's the 20th century romance genre for you. But back to Charly. There's something magnetic about her personality. She's so vibrant and present. Her charm seems so foreign to Utah Mormon culture, almost like she came from another, more interesting romance novel. You don't belong here, Charly. You belong somewhere on the ocean, solving a mystery of corporate espionage on a mega yacht run by an unscrupulous millionaire who was abused as a kid and whose shirt keeps losing its buttons from chapter to chapter. Sam Roberts was a man destined to marry a woman whose interests cap out at canning homemade pickles, but he finds himself dating someone who pushes boundaries and breaks molds. In a place where the suburban lifestyle has covered the landscape in a perpetual brown haze, Charly is a blast of fresh air, and it makes Charly the novel like that too. When Sam and Charly's relationship starts to take off, it comes out that she's a product of the place where she lived. She slept with someone before marriage, and in the scene after Sam finds out, they go to see their bishop to resolve that. Weyland was daring for putting this into the novel. Not only is this back in an era when talking about sex at all put off Mormon readers, but this scene also pressed against this sensitive spot of Mormon culture. The belief that any girl who has sex before marriage, even if she repents of it, is still unclean in a way that's irreversible. Sam prescribes to this part of Mormon culture, even though it, of course, is contrary to the teachings of Christ himself, and when Sam gets totally dunked on by his bishop for thinking it, it makes for a powerful moment that holds a mirror up to the faith while also teaching and uplifting the reader. Take notes, love on point. At a certain point, Sam and Charly have a falling out, and Charly goes back to New York to finish her college degree. Sam, being a pre-Me Too movement male romance protagonist, books a flight there to profess his love, upend her life after she explicitly asks to be left alone, and to propose to her over and over again until she gives him another chance. When he finds her, well, it's a really weird scene that I keep turning over in my head. She's in this lecture hall about to take an exam, and it's not explicit what exactly this class is teaching, but it is mentioned that the exam is testing the students to make sure that they know that cohabitation is okay. I keep turning this over in my head because there are so many implications to unpack from it, ones that mostly demonstrate how insular Mormons can be about their own culture. You know how at BYU you can major in being a good housewife? Well, back east you you can do the same thing, but they teach you how to be an anti-housewife. You know how you think you could be a good member of the church studying in New York? Well, you're wrong, because over there they sit you down and give you test questions where the only correct answer is to revoke your religion. Don't get me wrong, it's no mystery to anyone that colleges are places where family values can be put on the back burner, but this scene is not what that looks like. Weyland tried to imagine what the secular, non-Mormon parts of the world are like, but the best he could do was think of BYU with an evil goatee on it. Sam and Charly do get married, and the depiction of their marriage, I think, deserves some praise. The two start off with very little, armed with nothing but their smarts and their work ethic. They make their way through crappy apartments, through breaking appliances, and through hard societal problems, but they have good heads on their shoulders, and the conflict makes them build something beautiful together. Most fiction is content to skim over the struggles of good marriages, but Sam and Charly have this scrappy hope that you can spot in real Mormon families. The world is broken, but we're not. The world is scary, but we're not scared. The easy way out is available to us, but we're not taking it. Even in the most tragic circumstances, no spoilers, the gospel fulfills its promise of always drawing Sam and Charly's family closer together, never apart. Is Charly good? Well, it has its problems. The dialogue made me wince in a few places. Its language is hyperbolic. The whole thing starts with a flashback, for goodness sake. But yeah, I wouldn't blame you if you said it was good. Much better than being good, it has its moments where it makes you proud to be a member of the church. In the time I've spent wandering the land of Deseret Book romance enthusiasts, I've noticed little opinions among them that rationalize the current state of the genre. Opinions like that bad plotting is the price you pay for a sweet romance, that boring prose is the price you pay for a book that's clean and Christian-friendly, but Charly proves those things aren't true, and that we readers can, in fact, demand more out of the authors who publish in the name of the church. Deseret Book doesn't publish these terrible novels today because they're the best we have, but because we don't demand something more. Alright, enough sober contemplation. Next time we'll do something more fun, like Edenbrook by Julianne Donaldson, a Regency romance about a girl who's under explicit orders to not have any fun. Outstanding. See you next month.